Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to Deliverance and Reign. This is a card battler, deck builder roguelike that is, from what I've heard, kind of a combination between Monster Train and Darkest Dungeon. Probably more so Monster Train in terms of gameplay and Darkest Dungeon more in terms of theme, especially looking at it, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm going in completely blind. We're going to check out the game. The game did come out a while ago. It came out last spring, but there was a demo available, and those are two games that I really enjoy playing, and I really like the style. So we're going to give it a shot here. The game itself you can buy for $8. Link and all that will be down below in the description if you want to check out the demo, if you want to buy the game after you watch this video. Of course, watch this video first, duh. But yeah, that'll all be down below. Now, before we actually jump into the game, or before I jumped into the game, one thing that you do is you actually select, do you want to play the good guys or bad guys? We're going to be playing the good guys today, Team Deliverance. You can also pick Team Reign if you want to play the vampires and protect the castle. We're going to be storming the castle. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump in and check out Deliverance and Reign. Hello, everybody. This is Ganyonz from Post here, putting a little asterisk here on what I was saying about different modes and how there's like a Monster Train kind of style here. So there is. I was a little bit confused on how this actually works. So I mentioned that before the game actually started, it let me choose between Deliverance and Reign, and I thought that was just picking between good and bad guys. Well, it kind of is, but the way it works, I figured what we're going to see in this game, I picked Deliverance, and that is kind of the dungeon crawl mode. Reign is a completely other game mode. That is where the Monster Train mode comes in. So it's not necessarily that you can run through the dungeon as both the good guys and bad guys. You can only run through this style of gameplay that we're going to do here in this video in Deliverance, and then Reign is a completely different style of gameplay. So anything that I mentioned in this video, talking about like, I'm not sure where the Monster Train version something or other is, that is why I was doing a little bit of research on the game after the fact. Should have done it before, but hey, we're all not perfect. So that explains that. Hopefully we'll have to do a Reign run here in the future. But anyways, let's continue on with the video. So it looks like we're going to be able to pick a starting character here. So we have the Fanatic, the Spell. Oh, I can already wait. No, is the character locked? No, I was going to say, oh, dude, the Stalker, the Death Knight, the Monk, the Druid. Oh, dude, these character models look sick. So I've been on record before saying that heroes look way worse in basically every game than the villains, and I think this might be, maybe except for the Monk, although this Monk kind of looks cool. But the Spellblade and the Stalker look bad ass. All right, well, we got to go in with the Fanatic first, so let's let's get a start on.
One day there was nothing. The next, an explosion. Alaric's castle appeared, and with it came hell.
Now, I think,
A message was sent.
yeah, the sound balancing here is definitely off. I'm going to kind of fast forward here. You guys can listen to the story if you want to play it for yourself. I think the balancing is off because before we started, I changed the sound settings so that sound effects were a lot lower compared to the music because I want to hear the music more than just a bunch of card flick sound effects. And I think that the voiceover might be tied to the sound effects sound setting. So the balance isn't, I don't think the balance is just off of that cutscene. I think that was my doing. So don't be, oh, that was weird sound effect of that fly. Yeah, so don't read too much into that. You finally arrived at Alaric's castle. Your divine mission is to climb each floor of the castle and defeat Alaric, the vampire king. The castle floors have many rooms with minions of Alaric guarding them. You must defeat all minions in a room to pass through. Play cards to defeat the enemy minions. You can play any number of cards each turn. When you play a card, it is sent to your discard pile. When your draw pile is empty, your discard pile is shuffled back into your draw pile. When you are finished playing cards, click End Turn. You will discard your hand and redraw 5 new cards. If there are any enemy minions left, they will attack your hero. Okay, so we play as many cards in our hand as we want. We hit End Turn. We're then going to draw a new hand, but if there are enemies left, they're going to hit us. Makes sense. This is your hero. If their health reaches 0, they will die, ending your run. Every hero and minion has a single buff. Oh, we only have one buff and debuff slot. This means that if you have a debuff, you can replace it with a buff and vice versa. That is interesting. Okay, we'll see how that plays out if it does. Every hero has a unique resource. The Fanatic's is Grace, which they gain from healing themselves. Heroes also gain... So one thing... So I'm curious why they didn't use terms like paladin or rogue, but they use things like monk and druid and death knight. Interesting. Heroes also gain experience and level up by defeating minions. You can add more cards to your deck by leveling up and by looting cards after defeating all minions in a room. You can find treasure cards, which will give you gold at the end of your run. Be careful though, because if you die, you will lose half the gold that you're carrying in your deck. Spend gold outside the run to unlock new heroes and loadout cards, which change your starting deck. That is cool. Now begin your ascent and stop Alaric before it's too late. Yeah, I like the being able to change your starting deck. I actually like that a lot. Assuming it's not just, God, that fly is going to... Oh my God. If there's one thing... Hang on, we're going to take a pause so I can rant here real quick. If there's one sound that I absolutely hate more than anything in this world, it's bugs, like, flying near my ear. Especially, like, bees, no, but big flies, too. Hate that sound. And especially with my headphones on, and it's doing, like, the 3D effect where it's flying from my left ear to my right ear. I don't know if that's translating into the video. But, oh man, that's going to screw with me every time it happens. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. So, looks like these guys are probably going to hit me for 1 if they're still alive, and they have 2 health, is what I'm assuming. We have rooms to boss and floor counters. So, we have 6 rooms and floor counters. So, we're on floor 1 of 4 in this room, perhaps. We have 18 health. This is our grace. Whenever you store HP, gain a grace token, max of 3. At 3 tokens, your next grace card will activate its additional effects and you lose... Okay, so things like here, Holy Punch. We deal 2 damage to a minion and we restore 1 HP. So if we overheal, do we get a grace token? And then graces deal 2 additional damage to a minion and restore 1 HP. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at this. So if we deal 2 damage here... Okay, so this is definitely health. And if we okay, so healing doesn't necessarily mean that we need to actually heal an HP. If we're at max and we do restore 1 HP, we still get a grace token. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, unfortunately, we can't get to 3 grace here. But we can do one damage here, 1 damage here. We can Holy Punch here. And then we might as well pop... Oh, wait, can I pop this? Hang on. Don't go too fast and click through stuff, Ganyonz. Don't do it. After when looting, you can add any of the cards shown to your deck. Try to add cards that you think you'll need and leave the others behind. Okay. After the battle, you search the room and find some loot. You can take as many cards as you want. So we have a Chaos Ring. Deals 2 damage to a random minion. If your deck has 20 cards or less, repeat this effect twice. That seems great. So let's go ahead and heal up. That's going to bring us to 3 grace. So the next thing we cast is going to... We should probably also take a look at our deck, too. What else do we have? Cleanse yourself... 1 use Restiller, 5 HP. We have another kick. Look at the top 2 cards of your draw pile. Draw 1 and put the other one on top of the draw pile. Okay, so it's just draw 1 out of the top 2 cards. And then we have a critical hit, deal 2 damage to a minion. So we only have 2 cards with grace. Okay, so maybe we want to be looking for other cards with grace. When leveling up, you can pick 1 of 3 skills to add to your deck. Okay, so we can either take Bliss, restore 1 HP X times, where X is the number of weapon cards played this turn. Can I look at my deck while doing this? It doesn't look like it. That's kind of a shame. I do wish that there was a button to actually show my full deck while choosing cards. Probably not going to go with the Bliss anyway, though. I don't think we don't have enough grace cards, I don't think, to take advantage of this. And I'm not sure how strong enemies are going to be. Discard a card. If it was a treasure card, restore 4 HP. If it was a weapon card, gain 3 fervor. Okay, tooltips are great. Love that. Fervor buff. Your next weapon card deals 1 damage per charge. Now, is Grace my buff? I should also test that to see if this is a buff or if there's a different buff slot. I think this is a resource. So I think that's different than a buff debuff. If it was another card, inflict light bind. Reduce all creatures attacked by 1. So this could be good. So I think Judgment might be a card I'm looking at. Or Intense. Deal 12 damage to a minion and 4 damage to your hero. Intense seems like it's pretty good too. Maybe we're going to be yeah, I'm going to take the Intense. Because what do we have? Do we have anything that are treasures? No, it doesn't look like it. And it looks like... So I have one weapon skill are the... Okay, good thing I didn't take that because I actually only have one thing that is a weapon skill. Okay, so I'm on... Got it. So these are slightly out of... So these are... Oh, so this is going to tick down. So I have six rooms for this floor. Then I'm going to go to another floor. Got it. Okay. This is very different gameplay than I expected. This is nothing like Monster Train. So we'll see. Maybe it's something that shows up later. Now, unfortunately... Oh, well, no, I can saddlebag. I can look at the top two. So let's go ahead and take the Chaos Ring. Now... So this is going to repeat the effect because I have less than 20 cards. Is this going to deal over damage to a different minion? It is. Okay, so cards like that essentially have trample. I am not going to take the salve. Am I going to take the salve? It's only 1 HP. I don't think so. I don't think that's good enough to put as a card in our deck. And then from here, I basically don't do anything. I just go to the next room. Oh, we got a lot. Okay, at the end of the player's turn, restore all HP. Okay, so we basically have to kill her in one shot, which we can definitely do. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to intense the statue first, which is going to deal me 4, because then I can Holy Punch, which is going to do 4 damage, right, and heal me for 2, and then I can double kick and take care of that. Now, do we want the club? Deal 3 damage to a minion. I don't know. That seems like a pretty basic card. I think we can do better. Choose a room to enter. A challenging battle. Some minions lay ahead. They seem decently equipped. They should be a challenge, but they may have some artifacts you can salvage. Or an elite battle. You see a powerful group of enemies ahead. A difficult battle, but a rewarding one. I think I'm just going to do the challenging battle for now. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. On Death Inflict Darkness, draw 1 fewer card each turn. Now, is the buff going to stick around on me after the fight? Critical hit, 25% chance to deal double damage. Okay, so we're going to be able to level cards up. That's nice to know. So let's just do Chaos Ring here. Nice. And then, oh, that was a little bit delayed. And then we can kick. Ah, yeah. Okay, so there's the debuff. Deal 1 damage to a minion, draw a card, then discard a card. Ooh. Yeah, I think I am going to take the kunai. Because I definitely have some things that I want to save, right? Like the cleanse. And actually, I can just cleanse right now. I'm going to go ahead and salve, too, to heal myself up. Oh, shoot. I should have leveled up. Okay, let's go ahead and level. Deal 2 damage to a minion and draw a card. God Ray is very nice. Purge all non-boss minions with... Nah, I don't really care about that. Deal 8 damage to a minion. Decreases card's damage by 1. Now I'm going to take the God Ray. Okay. So let's see. So I have Holy Punches, which can take out 2. Shield Breaker take out 1. So let's go ahead and Saddlebag first. There we go. And then kicking kunai will take out an enemy. So we'll go Shield Breaker. We'll go Holy Punch, which gives us a Grace. And then this will... Well, we're already at full. Okay, and that's good to know, too. If we're at 3 and then something would heal us, it will also give us that Grace. And then we got to kick first, since kunai... well, actually, no. We would still keep the same amount of cards. That's fine. And then select card, discard. Yeah, we're just going to discard that. That's fine. And, yeah, I still feel like these cards are not good enough. Okay, let's do the Elite Battle now. What did I get for... I thought I was going to get, like, an artifact for that challenging fight. No? Okay, let's do the Elite Battle. Inflict Doom. The end of your hand adds poison to your hand. Okay, so this it probably just takes up... Maybe it takes up a card? Not sure. Well, we can go ahead and take care of the spider, so that way we don't have to worry about that. We can double kick a gargoyle. Let's go ahead and level up. We can level up mid-battle, which is a little strange. God's Wrath. Smite. Smite. What is Smite? Purge and destroy a minion. You get no experience for it, though. Oh, okay. Last Stand. Additional effect if you play this card with no other cards in hand. But it's only with 1 or less attack. I don't think I necessarily want that. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If you restored 4 HP or more... If you restored 4 or more HP this turn, deal 8 damage instead. Or restore 2 HP. Last Stand, restore 4 HP. I will take the Soothing Light, though. I think that's good enough. 1 use. So that means literally only 1 time. Well, I'm going to hold on to that because I'm just going to take 1 damage. Okay. And then we can just, let's actually just Holy Punch. We'll just build up our Grace to 3, and then we just have it. Necrotic Sword. So we can take as, okay, so now we're finding the good stuff. Critical hit, deal 1 damage to a minion, draw 1 more card next turn. Yeah, I will take this. And we can take as much as we want, right? Yeah, okay. 1 use, gain 5 experience. I will take that since it's 1 use. Deal 6 damage to a minion and add a poison card to the discard pile. Ooh. And the poison, 1-time use, you lose 1 HP. But it adds it to the discard pile, which means that we're going to have to like shuffle it in and redraw it. But it does do 6 damage itself. I think that this is worth taking. We do now have that weapon that we're going to be able to draw an additional card. So there is a chance that it's going to minimize the downside of taking the poison. Ooh, and if we double level this up, it just does straight 7 damage. I think Necrotic Sword is good enough to take. And then let's go ahead and pop... can I do this? Cannot play card. Okay, so I can't just play cards that deal damage, but I can Soothing Light, which is going to heal me for 2. Okay, so we have the spider here. We have demons. Gain 1 anger, which gives 1 attack per charge. Okay. So what do we want to do here? Let's start with a saddlebag, see what we can draw. Let's go ahead and take the Holy Punch. Holy Punch is going to do 4, so it takes out 1 of these guys. Now, if we're lucky, we can Shieldbreaker Axe, kill another one. So let's go ahead and Holy Punch 1. Let's try and get lucky. If we don't get lucky and crit, then what's happening? I guess, well, maybe if we want... Well, if we want to go for a crit, maybe we just take out the spider, though. Right? Because if we don't crit, we have lethal on the spider. Otherwise, if we don't crit, we're going to basically just have an extra damage on this spider. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay. Let's go for the kunai then. Yep, we can discard the cleanser and then just double kick. Because now we're just taking 2 damage rather than also having a poison in our hand. Okay, and this is one-time use, so let's go ahead and use that. Unfortunately, yeah, I only have... That is a possible chance. So we're going to go ahead and intense you down. We're going to take 4 here, but then we can just heal up. Oh, what do we want here? Do 1 damage to each minion for each weapon in your deck. At this point, I have, what, 3 weapons? This would be a 4th? Gain block. First time minion or hero with block takes damage, ignore it. Repurpose. When discarding this card in your turn, apply its effect. Does not work if you discard this card at the end of turn. Works with kunai. See, this is why I wish I could see my deck at this point. So I could see what it would synergize with. There might be a keybind to check that out, actually. Maybe not. I can't even see the keybinds. Okay. I think I'm just going to take the Greatsword. We might be looking to go more of a weapon build. And kunai might count as a weapon as well. I don't think I'm taking this Firecracker, though. Protective Shield is interesting. But if we don't have a debuff, then it does nothing, and I don't have a way to necessarily give myself a debuff consistently, so I'm going to pass up on it. Yeah, kunai is also a weapon. So we do kind of have a... We're working on a weapon build. Although I'm not sure how synergistic that could necessarily be. Okay, so that's the last room, right? Finally. Can't be debuffed and attack can't be reduced. Okay, well that's likely fine. So let's go ahead. Now the question is this going to deal... I'm assuming in your deck also means in your hand. Yeah, okay. So then let's go ahead and... a Soothing Light to heal. Then we're going to get double damage off the Holy Punch. We can Necrotic Sword. And Kunai. Oh, maybe I should have... Yeah, I might have... I mean, that's such a small chance for that to show up. That's fine. We're taking 2 damage. Okay, I'm going to look and see if I can get a heal. We don't have one, which is fine. This is not the end. My faith is rewarded. Alright, let's level up, boy. I didn't mean to click that. I think that was good, though. It was yellow. Repurpose unplayable. Okay, so if we were to discard this, we gain 4, so I'm probably not going to take that. Gain block and discard a card. 1 use, deal 5 damage to minion, or 1 use, treasure 10. Treasure. If you finish or leave the castle with the card, you get... Okay, so we could either... So if we use this, we search, choose one of 3 cards to add it to your hand, and we do that twice. Or if we leave, we get 10 treasure. I think it's too early to leave with it, because then it's just a dead card in our deck. But it's only a one-time use. And I don't think I'm really doing a great shield build. It sucks because I've had a number of cards pass me by that I could... The problem... I've had a number of cards pass me by that I could take for a discard build, but I haven't had enough like activators. I've had all the payoffs. I haven't had enough of the what is the other word I'm looking for? Whatever. I'm gonna skip the rest of these. Let's level up here. Deal 8 damage to a minion, deals 2 less for each other minion in the room. Deal 3 damage to a minion. If it's a boss, deal 5 additional damage. Or deal 2 damage to a minion, deal 2 additional damage for each sword card in your deck. What do I have for sword cards? I just have the Great Sword. I have Necrotic Sword. So this does 6 damage. Okay, I'll take one with the blade. What was the other card? Unplayable Treasure 50. Okay, well. We already have treasure in our deck. God Assistance. You hear a voice in your ear encouraging you, a gift from the gods themselves. Gain a bright gem treasure, which I think is what we just took. Increase your max HP by 2, or let's choose one of 3 blessings. That seems like the most interesting choice of the 3, just for a first run. Blessing of Revenge. That's not very fanatic-like. If the effect of your card deals damage to your hero, then deal 2 damage to a random minion. That is kind of interesting with the Necrotic Sword, but that's... Although it also works with the shooty boy that we have, the 12 damage. Okay. When you discover a treasure card from your when you discard a treasure card from your hand, 1 HP is restored. If your hero dies, you don't lose any gold. Okay. Add 2 brand cards to your deck. What is a brand card? Unplayable permanent cards. Okay. At the beginning of your turn, you draw 1 additional card and then discard a card. Okay, so it's adding 2 cards to your deck, and there you have the ability to discard them. Again, another great way to activate discards. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just going to go with this now. At this point, now I just have to do it. Exile a card in your deck, choose 1 of 5 skills, or gain a heroic skill card. Yeah, see, again, I wish I could see my deck. So that way I don't have to remember everything. Let's gain a heroic skill card. Unfortunately, at this point, that card that said that if I had under 20 cards is soon going to be useless. This turn, all skill cards will deal double damage. Draw 1 fewer card next turn. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If HP is below 8, deal 7 additional damage. Then Grace, restore 1 HP for HP. Oh, and then it just does it again. Okay, so Desperate Prayer is not that good. Let's just take a 1 with the blade again. Leave the castle and gain 75 gold or continue the next floor. Oh, this is it. Wait, this is interesting. You leave your treasure for another to bring back and continue to the next floor of the castle. You'll earn 50. What? Oh, so... Wait, oh, so I can leave... So I can guarantee myself 50 gold? Let's just continue. We're going to keep all our gold. We got it. Our deck's busted. 11 rooms? Holy crap. Okay. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, this Chaos Ring is going to soon... Actually, I think it's already... I think we've already overpowered it. Why can't I... Can I not even use it? Select a card. Oh, I need to... Okay, I need to select a card to discard. Let's go ahead and discard the healing potion. Yeah, Chaos Ring is already useless. Well, that's unplayable. Can't do anything with it. Okay, so now I can discard the brand. Let's heal. Man, again, do I take the treasure chest? Nah, I don't think I do. I think it's too early. That's interesting, though, that you could basically just... Well, I guess technically you could just grab a bunch of treasure chests and leave if gold is the only thing you're looking for. Why do I have to discard another card? Didn't I just discard? What the heck? Attacks before the player... Oh, discard a card from your hand. Oh, okay. Well, that was no fun. Okay, so this can take out that wolf. This can take out there. And then I gotta use that to get it out of my deck. Let's go ahead and discard the Intense. Don't need that. We can go ahead and Holy Punch, which is going to heal us a little bit. Is there any great way to do this? Now, I was going to see if I could last stand the Soothing Light, but I'm not going to be able to. So we'll just heal up a little bit. I will take a, you know what? I will take another one of those because then I can pop it to heal up a little bit. Let's go ahead and discard the poison. We can heal to full. Let's saddlebag first, see what we find. Might as well take the Chaos Ring. So we know the next card we're going to draw is a kick. Discard a random card from your hand. Alright, let's see what we discard. Why did you only... Wait, I should have looked at this. Didn't... No, add a poison to your hand. Why did that only deal 1? Damage from weapon cards is decreased to 1 against this minion. Well, dang it. Well, that's not a weapon. Okay, let's level up. Okay, so some of these things that are happening like slower than I would expect them to. Look at the bottom 2 cards you discard pile, draw 1, put the other one on top of the draw pile. Okay, I like that. I like those types of effects. I'm not going to take the deadly potion. Let's level up. You have 4 damage to a minion, lose 1 HP. No, don't care about that. Restore 2 HP this turn. Last stand is always activated. Oh, this turn, last stand is always... Ooh, I like that. Restore 2 HP, place a non-heroic skill card from the discard pile on top of the draw pile. I don't like that as much. We're going to take Believer. Use treasures to upgrade your weapons. All right, let's see how this works. Oh, but I have to use... Oh, but that's fine because it's still just usable gold. Now if I hover over it, okay, so I can see what they do. That's great. So kunai is likely going to be something that I upgrade. This isn't that big of a deal. This isn't that big of a deal. Deal 2 damage to a minion, draw 1 more card next turn. That's also a nice one. Yeah, I'm gonna do the kunai here over the Falchion or the Falchion, whatever. Just because this always has the benefit of drawing us 1 more card next turn, so I always want to play it. The kunai, like, is fine, right? The thing is, it's looting us through an additional card that might not do anything, so just making it have 2 damage. Oh, and it's draw 2 and discard 2, so that's actually, I didn't see that. That's also much better. So I'm going to do the kunai. Okay, so we skip. I think that this could be much better. You could just shrink down these cards. They don't need to be this big. Can I? There was a setting here, right? For zoomed card in battle. What does that do? Nothing here. Let's get rid of the poison. Oh, it does that? Nope, I don't like that. Yeah, this is better. So this is block. You give a minion 2 anger. You're gonna regenerate, and you have ghost. Okay, gotta get rid of you though. That's not a problem. Let's go ahead and intense you. We can then holy punch you, which will take care of you. And we can 1 with the blade. Wait. Block is any damage? Takes damage. Okay, so we holy punch first. Then we 1 with the blade. Let's go ahead and grab... Okay, so now that I know we can use treasure chests for that kind of stuff, I think I'm just going to take this treasure chest. I'm not going to take the salve. We're going to clear this. And then we can Soothing Light. It's going to be for 4, but it will get our Grace up, so that way we have Grace. Let's do the Elite Battle. Discard the brand. Let's God Ray first. We're going to discard a random card from our hand. So if that's the case, I want to do this first. Because that's a card I know I want to use. I don't really care about the Greatsword. It's going to do 1 damage anyway. So let's go ahead and God Ray, kill this Vengeful Spirit. This isn't really going to do anything. This also isn't going to do anything. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of a... I probably want to keep the... I'm going to get rid of the treasure chest here. So let's satchel... yeah, let's satchel first. I'm going to take the healing potion. I'm going to kunai, which looks at the top 2 cards of my deck. I'm going to get rid of the cleanser, and I'm going to get rid of the treasure chest. Because then I can pop both these potions, get them out of here. I can healing potion to fix that. This is a skill, so this should take care of this specter. And then we can just Believer to get back up to full health and get us our Grace back up to 3. And now we can get rid of we'll just get rid of the necrotic sword just because it's annoying. Salve. We'll satchel, see if we can find another heal. There's a salve. Pop that. And then we'll God Ray. Nice. Alright, Thin Sword. It's a weapon. Deal 5 damage to a minion. Draw 1 less card next turn. That's not really what we want to do. I don't really want to do any of these, to be completely honest. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh, 4 enemies here. Let's go ahead and discard. I'm going to discard the kick because I can pop the poison and just heal back with the Holy Punch. Start of turn. Oh, these come from the vampire count. Summon a servant. On death, give all minions 2 anger. Oh boy. Okay. So this should do 6 damage, if I'm not mistaken. It's 8 damage. Okay. So. Can knock him out with Chaos Ring. But that's going to give a lot of attack this way. So let's do this. Let's take out... Oh, it's a random minion. All right, let's see who it is. And that was like the worst place it could go. Okay. So let's only take 2 here. I'm going to kill one of the servants. I know the other servant's going to come back. I'm going to prep... Well, we might be able to kill this if we crit. We don't crit. Okay. But we prep him for a kick or something next turn. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the brand. We can intense you down. Actually, let's go ahead and saddlebag first. Do I want the Soothing Light? Or do I want the Greatsword? This can kill this. That kills that. That kills one of those. Okay, I actually want the Greatsword. This kills here. And then... Actually, I gotta be a little bit careful about this. Can we crit one of these guys, please? God dang it. Okay, well, we can knock you out. Because that's going to... Let's see. So right now it's 10. If I take out one of you guys, it's 6. Whereas if I take out you, it's 10. Yeah, okay. So we got to take out... Yeah, we got to take out a servant this turn. And then I'm fine discarding those. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of one of these poisons. Let's God Ray, get rid of the... Oh, wait, yeah. Get rid of the vampire count. Gotta heal myself up one more time. So we're going to Soothing Light to get up to 3 grace. So we can Holy Punch one of these. And then can we crit? Nice! Ooh, Retribution Sword, a legendary weapon. Deal X damage to a minion where X is equal to your missing HP. Oh, it could be good, could be bad. We're going to take it, though. It's another sword. Unplayable treasure 10. Sure, we'll take it. I'm not going to take this one, though. Yeah, like, yeah, so this UI is definitely could be better. I mean, you just shrink, like, this slider, there's no reason for this slider to be here. The only reason it's here is because they have it defaulted to where if you could discard, if there was an additional card here, it would already be here. But all you have to do is just shrink down the cards, so that way you don't have to do this whole slider thing. I think there should also be a blur on the game behind it it's a little distracting having the game basically, like, you darken the screen behind, but I think there should be a blur going on behind, or just a completely different, probably not a different screen. That would probably take you out of the game a little bit too much. But something to make it go a little bit more separated. Right, so we have the block, and then we have 2 enemies with block. So let's go ahead and satchel. Gonna go ahead and take the treasure chest here. I think I'm gonna burn the treasure chest. Maybe not. Am I burning this treasure chest? I don't know what items I don't know what items I can find. Add 3 random weapons to your hand. Okay. Purge a non-boss minion. I don't know if these are boss minions. I'm gonna take the 3 weapons. And I'll just take the treasure chest. It just replaces the chest. Okay, so let's see if we can crit here. Actually, it doesn't matter because it has block. You still have block? First time minion or hero with block takes damage, ignore. Oh, okay. Deal 1 damage to a minion, restore 1 HP. That's actually pretty good for us. Sling, deal 3 damage to a random minion. Put this card on the top of the draw pile instead of discarding it. Well, okay then. When you stun all minions, I will take that. And I'm not taking the club, as I thought it's a little bit too simple of a weapon. Let's go ahead and do the challenging battle. We will discard... Let's get rid of the poison. Since this is a skill, we can do damage to the ghost. So let's go ahead and do that. See where this goes. Okay. Maybe we can crit. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe we can crit here. Nah. Okay, 1 with the blade. Let's go ahead and take out... Might as well take out the ghost. That way he doesn't poison me. And then we'll salve. For my king! Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll discard the poison here. We'll Chaos Ring. 2 damage to him. We'll kick you. Greatsword you. Level up first. Restore 1 HP X times or X number of weapon cards played this turn. I don't really care for any of these that much. Deal 8 damage to a minion, decreases cards damage by 1. Yeah, no, I don't really want to clunk up my deck. I think we're good. Retain. Deal 2 damage to a minion? Oh, I see. Okay, so it does 2 damage to a minion, but we can hold on to it for as long as we want. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If you played a weapon this turn, deal 3 additional damage. Is that good enough? It is 4 damage. I think Short Spear is good enough. And actually, you know what? Hidden Blade is actually pretty good with that. So I'm actually going to take the Hidden Blade. Saddlebag, let's see if we can find something useful. Nope. Let's go ahead and get rid of the brand. End of turn, transform into the Goat Man, or on death inflict doom. Okay, well, you should be no problem to take out. Actually, let's do Kunai first. Get rid of both of these. I would not like to see what the Goat Man is. And then I'm going to hold on to this card. I think another good thing about this card is that we could potentially use it as discard fodder if we wanted to. Oh, so the treasure chest gives you the weapons permanently. Oh. Okay, well that's good to know. I will take a saddlebag. I like the saddlebags more than the other one. What was the other one called? The satchel. Yeah, I don't really like the satchel's not that great. Saddlebag, it's actually kind of weird. They're kind of the same thing. It's looking at 2 cards. I guess the thing well, no, even the satchel puts the card on top of your discard. All right, let's see if I can find. Nope, I was gonna say, can I find a heal to pop, but I cannot. Yeah, I don't want to use my. So the question is, if I'm using treasures. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, that went way too fast. Okay, so I can use a treasure. 1 treasure equals 1 upgrade. It's not necessarily value-based. Deal 2 damage and restore 2. That seems pretty good. Deal 4 damage plus 1. Now, I think I'm just going to do the Blood Blade. But that reduces all... Oh! Gotcha. So, gold comes out of the treasures in your deck. Wow, my hand is turbo garbage. At least there's nothing I really need to worry about here, but holy crap. Okay, I gotta get the... Man, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but I gotta get these out of my hand. I'm taking 2 though, because I'm not taking that 4. I gotta burn this debuff too. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna lose the necrotic sword. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't gonna give me the cleanse, is it? No, it's gonna give me the stun. Yeah, because the cleanse is still in my deck. And then I'm not taking that. Oh, actually, that would have been good. Shoot. I acted way too quickly there. Way too quickly. Finally, a worthy foe. Okay, let's get rid of the poison. We're going to cleanse ourselves. We're going to heal 2. That activates Last Stand, although I don't have anything with that. Let's go ahead and salve. That activates our Grace. We can Holy Punch. Ooh, he has On Death come back stronger. I was going to say, didn't we already fight this guy? Okay, how strong do you come back? You're just a 325. Should be able to beat that, no problem. Let's go ahead and discard the kick. Let's go saddlebag first, see what we find. Let's grab a regular kick. Okay, so in order to get the Holy Punch, I'm going to have to... So Blood Blade, and then I was going to hope for a Last Stand here, but I think I'm just going to use this so that way we can get more damage. No crit. Kick you in the face. Alright, next turn. Discard this. Let's go... Ooh, do we go... Let's go ahead and draw a card first. And then let's kunai. Look at the top 2. We can discard... I'm going to get rid of the Sleep Potion. I'm going to wait until we have a floor with a lot more enemies. And then I will get rid of... I don't think I need the Necrotic Sword. It's at 12. I mean, I can just kill him with this. And I don't want to put another poison in my deck, so let's just burn that. Yeah, and now I don't even need to lose the health. Perfect. Let's level up. Do we take the treasure? I might just take the... Oh, we can take as many cards as we want. Okay, then I'm taking the Greatsword, taking the Bright Gem. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If your deck has 30 more cards, deal 5 damage instead. We currently have more than that. So let's take loaded spear, and then I'm going to take a healing potion as well. Let's take the dazzling gem here, and then let's get rid of a card in our deck. I want to get rid of probably the sling. I think it's the sling. Because the sling doesn't really synergize with... I mean, it is another weapon attack, but it's just 3 damage to a random minion that's going to keep coming back. No, duh, it's the freaking Chaos Ring. You defeated the evil forces that prowling the demo. Thank you for playing. Exit early. When you exit from the castle, keep all treasure in your deck. Thank you for playing the demo. The full game features all floors up to the big boss, as well as all classes and additional cards. Be sure to check out the other modes of play, and don't forget to wishlist or grab a copy as you like. Well, you know, that was actually pretty sweet. So yeah, we would be able... Can I unlock these right here? Oh, I can. Sick. Oh, but the other ones are locked for the demo, so the only one that I can actually play is the Spellblade. All right. So that's actually surprising how much there's actually here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters for the good side, and I would assume, or I would have to assume, that there's also... Can I go back to the... I can't go back to the main menu. That's kind of strange. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't go back to the main menu, but okay. Yeah, that's a surprising amount of well, I guess it's a paid game, but here I am thinking, I'm thinking about the demo, but it's the fact that they show you that there are other characters, you just can't play them. That's why I was getting confused there. But yeah, so let's assume 12 characters. That's actually pretty good variety, and the fact that they all have different builds. So I'm actually kind of curious to see how the other classes would work, right? Because the Fanatic was very clearly doing Fanatic things, right? So he clearly, I'm curious to see what the card pool looks like, how diverse the card pool is. Obviously a lot of the weapons, I'm assuming, or a lot of the cards by themselves, let's say, are going to carry over from class to class, right? Cards like Kunai, I mean, obviously not a Fanatic card, so that's going to be a more generic card. But a lot of those healing cards, like, are those going to carry over? I think just the cards that we got from leveling up were the cards that were specifically Fanatic related. And then I believe all the other cards we were getting were from, like, not shops, but from fighting enemies. Yeah. So, yeah, this game surprised me. Now, I think... Okay, so here's the thing. I had said that there was like a monster train element to this, and that's what I had heard. I have a feeling that because the demo just said that there are other game modes, I think that might be the case, in that there's probably a couple different ways you can play the game. So we kind of had a dungeon crawl mode. There's probably a more like card battle style battle mode. So I might actually have to pick up the game, and we're going to have to try the full game out, because I actually had a lot of fun in just this dungeon crawl mode, and I kind of want to do a full playthrough and play this a little bit more. I'm actually surprised by how much fun I had with this. I mean, not that I expected not to like the game, but I liked it a lot more than I expected. Stylistically, like, all the cards and the actual design are cool. Now, I'm going to be a little bit honest and say that fighting enemies that are just cards, you know, I could take it or leave it. Obviously, they're doing it because you can just reuse the assets from doing what I assume is the different mode in like the monster train style, because I'm literally looking at it on the Steam page. So I know that there is a mode that is similar to the monster train battle style, so we'll have to take a look at that at a later time. So you can just kind of reuse the assets for both of those versus having like an actual monster image to fight. I think that would make it feel a little bit more immersive, and a little bit more like you're actually crawling a dungeon versus the card style. But I understand the reasoning for wanting to reuse assets in that aspect. There were definitely some like UI things and processing speed of the game that weren't kind of up to, not necessarily up to my standards, but just I wanted some improvement there. There was definitely some speed issues at the end of fight specifically where I was looking to either level up or collect a card, and the game was still waiting for an action to happen, and so it wouldn't register a key click because it was still waiting for like a secondary effect to happen. And then I really don't like the discard menu where all the cards popped up and you swipe through them. I don't really like that at all. I would much prefer shrinking the cards down, so that way you can see all the cards at one time, all at the same time. Even if it's just, let's say you had, you know, rows on screen. Maybe you have 7 cards across. That's an odd number to pick, but let's say it's 6 cards across. You have 6 cards across, and then you have a couple rows down, and you could scroll vertically as opposed to horizontally. You could see a lot more cards on the screen all at the same time. I just think the way it's listed right now, you can see, obviously when you have like only 5 cards in your hand, you can see your whole hand. But as soon as you start getting 6, 7, 8 cards, or you get into a situation like where you're at the smith looking to forge cards and you're scrolling through, it's a little bit harder to see all the cards at once. And whenever I'm in a deck builder, I want to be able to see everything. And that was another thing that I wasn't really crazy about, the fact that whenever I'm picking cards, I should be able to see what my deck is at all times. So that way, and even if you're in a battle, not necessarily seeing your deck as it's literally laid out from top card to bottom card. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying just show me a summary of every card in my deck. So that way when I'm looking to pick, like, do I have the correct, again, I'm not sure why the word is escaping me, but let's say build around. Build around is the best way to think about it. Like, do I have enough build arounds or do I have enough payoffs? You know, we could essentially have built a deck with, obviously we got the artifact or the blessing that said that we got to discard a card at the start of every turn. So that was kind of the build around that we needed. But there could have been a situation where we had too many of the payoffs and not enough build arounds. And so we'd have all these cards that say, hey, discard me. But if I don't have a way to discard, then it's kind of a waste of a card. But at the same time, if I can't see my deck, especially for someone like me who has a bad memory, I'm not going to remember every card in my deck, especially at the end there where we got up to like 30 cards in our deck. It's going to be really hard to remember how many of each different type of card we have. So having the ability to see my deck at all times is definitely a must for me in these types of games. I do appreciate the tooltips. I appreciate that all the tooltips were very easy to read. They were always like out of the way and they weren't overlapping with other cards, so they were easy to read. But and speaking of overlapping, going back to the card select system where you could see multiple cards in a row, I think that there should be either more of a blur or even more of a vignette or darkening of the background when you have the card select. There was a little bit too much clarity of the background for me, and I was getting a little bit not confused, but it was just like a little bit not as clear as I would want it to be between being able to see the two different planes that were going on, the cards in my hand and the cards that were on the battlefield. But other than that, I thought the enemies had a lot of really cool different effects to them. The vampires that call out their slaves, that was probably one of the more interesting fights that we had, just because we had to balance actually killing the vampires themselves and then the servants afterwards. But yeah, no, this game is sweet. Guys, please let me know if you'd like to see more of this game, because this is a game that I'd like to play more of. And with how many videos I'm actually recording, it's kind of hard to actually play games on my own. And so if you'd like to see more, I would very much be willing to actually buy this game, and we can check out the full game, check out the other play modes, and check out the other characters. I mean, the characters themselves are all super sweet, at least in terms of design, and I'd like to see what their classes do. So, and I had never heard of this game before today. This is the first time I had heard of it. So I don't know if this is a game that a lot of people know about. It's only got 90 reviews on Steam, but it is very positive. So yeah, let me know. And if you did like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do all kinds of roguelikes here, and obviously we're doing deck builders and bullet heavens and action roguelikes and all kinds of stuff. I get my first impressions. We do mini series, all that kind of stuff. But guys, I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.